Hello and welcome. I'm Cheryl and this is Your Journey Yoga. And today we have an hour-long full body stretch. I hope it feels amazing. Some tougher things, so if you need to adjust and modify, please do so. If you love to use blocks, bolsters, straps, blankets, pillows, whatever, please feel free to incorporate those in as much as you wish. But thanks for being here and we'll get started.
Okay, let's find a seated position that feels good. And just take a second, moving that fleshy part away from your bum, feeling that connection of the sit bones to the earth. Oh, maybe a little smile on your face as you think about all the craziness going on out there. Roll those shoulders up and back and let your shoulders slide down and away. Feeling grateful for a warm home, a safe place to be. Roll those shoulders again up and back. And shoulders slide down and away. The opportunity to be here, to take care of our bodies, our minds, our spirits. As we sit up nice and tall, turn your palms to face the sky, drape your wrists over your knees, bring your index finger and thumb to gently touch. If you don't want to touch the index finger and thumb, just relax those hands. And breathe slow and steady in and out through the nose. As we begin our practice, we let go of our egos, we let go of expectations. We free the mind and the body to move and to embrace our practice for whatever it's meant to be. We're going to find some things challenging, some things fairly easy. Embrace the ease. Embrace the challenge. Feel all the feels. Bring the hands to the shins, just below the knees. Take a big breath in, press the chest forward, arch your back, lift your gaze. Exhale and hollow the tummy and chest, press your spine towards the back, tuck your chin. Inhale, press it through, arch your back, lift your gaze. And exhale, hollow. One more each way. Press it through, arch your back, lift your gaze. And exhale, hollow. Inhale it up nice and tall, reach it overhead. And as you exhale, release that right hand down, left arm up and over. Inhale, both arms come up, reach it high. And exhale, left hand down, right arm up and over. Glue those sit bones, keep them connected to the earth. Inhale, reach, both arms come up. This time, let's take it to the right. Let's hold it. We're up on the palm of the hand, and we give a little push with that right palm as you lift the left side of the rib cage. As you exhale, a little rotation, just a slight rotation through the torso, rolling forward, hollowing the tummy and chest, and then roll it back, open. As you exhale, little roll forward, hollowing the tummy and chest. And once again, roll it open and rise. Both arms reach overhead. Exhale, left hand down, right arm up and over. Glue that right sit bone to the ground. As you exhale, a little roll of that torso forward, nothing crazy, just a little bit. And then inhale, roll it back open. One more time, exhale, little roll forward. And again, open and rise. Both arms reach out and release your hands down by your sides, pressing your palms down towards the ground. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Inhale, head up nice and tall. And as you exhale, lean your head to the right ear over the right shoulder, and press your left palm down towards the ground. We keep that wrist flexed and slowly we begin to lift that left arm, stopping at about shoulder height or before, keeping that wrist flexed, pressing through the heel of the hand, keeping that head leaning to the right. What do you notice? What do you feel? And then slowly lowering that arm back down, pressing that left palm back down towards the ground. And gently roll your chin down towards your chest. And roll it to the left. Left ear over the left shoulder. Pressing your right palm down towards the ground. The eyes can be open or closed. Just checking in. Pops and crackles in the ears. Just opening up the ear canals. Helping to drain the circulation tubes. And again, we're going to keep that right wrist flexed as you slowly begin to lift that right arm high. Coming up to about shoulder height, you can stop anywhere between the ground and the shoulder. Just keep that wrist flexed, pressing through the heel of the hands. Head keeps leaning to the left. Does it feel different on this side? If so, how and where? And then slowly lower that arm back down. Pressing that right palm down towards the ground. And ever so slowly release your chin down towards your chest. Bring the hands behind your head. Interlace your fingers and just gently pull. Inhale, head up nice and tall. Open those elbows wide. Reach to the sky. And as you exhale, hinge it forward. Releasing your hands and relaxing the weight of the upper body down. How's that lower back? How are the hips? Making sure the knees are happy. If you need to open up those legs, do so. Just let your body melt. Inhale, lift just slightly, walk your hands forward, and then release the weight of the upper body back down, pressing your tailbone down towards the mat. Inhale, circle the hands back by your hips. Big circle those arms up and overhead, reach it high. And exhale, release your hands down by your sides, and let's rock it back, switching legs. Other leg in front. We bring the hands to the shins, just below the knees. We're going to make a big circle, stirring our pot. Doesn't matter which direction you go, just a big circle with your torso. Eyes can be open or closed, keeping that core strong, supporting through the back. Hands are there for support as we lean back, so you can lean back as much as you want to, or as little as you wish. This is the last rotation, this direction. As you come towards the front, stop and switch. We have 4 rotations this side, just slow and steady checking in. Might feel a little different, rotating one direction versus the other. And again, always checking in. If so, if it does feel different, how and where? Making this the last rotation. This time as you come towards the back, pause. And just let your tummy and chest hollow. On your inhale, press it through, arch your back, lift your gaze. And exhale, hollow. Seated cat and cow. Inhale, press it through. And exhale, hollow. Inhaling it up nice and tall. Release your hands down by your sides. Press your palms down towards the ground. As you exhale, turn and look out over your right shoulder. Far as you can turn your head. And then gently tuck your chin down towards your right collarbone. Keep pressing those palms towards the ground. Inhale, head up nice and tall. Turn your gaze back through center. And then out over that left shoulder as far as you can turn your head. And a little tuck of your chin down towards your collarbone. Inhale, lift your gaze. Turn it back to face front. Reach it up and overhead. And as you exhale, release that left hand down, right arm up and over. Inhale, reach, both arms come up. And exhale, right side, take it up and over. Inhale, reach, both arms come up. This time we're going to hold it to the left. If you want to, you can stay up on your palm, or you can come down onto your forearm. Just glue that right sit bone down towards the mat, and then roll that right shoulder back. Gazing upward, taking care of your neck. If looking up doesn't feel great, straight ahead, or down towards the mat. Inhale, reach both arms overhead. And exhale, right hand down, left arm up and over. And again, you're welcome to come down onto your form or remain up on your hand, rolling that left shoulder back, looking up if that feels okay on your neck. Breathe. Inhale, both arms come up, reach overhead, turn your palms to face front. Exhale, pull those elbows back and down, lift your gaze up, squeeze those shoulder blades. Inhale, reach, and exhale, pull. One more time, inhale, reach, and exhale, pull. And gently release those arms down by your sides. Let's turn and come down onto our back, safely, however you wish. Come on down and pull those knees in towards your chest. Hands to your shins, just below your knees. Pull it in nice and tight and just gently rock side to side. Just a little extra love here for the lower back, the pelvis. Coming back to center, placing that left foot to the mat. Both hands to the shin, just below the knee, and point and flex your right foot. Roll your ankle. And switch directions. Soften that foot. Bring your hands behind that right leg and extend that right leg. A little or a lot. And just feel that stretch all the way down the back of the leg. Nothing too intense at this point. Maybe add a little flex of that right foot. Press through that heel. Maybe you can extend that leg just a little longer. Not really pulling with those hands at all. Just letting the weight of those arms be a little bit heavy. If it feels right to you, you can gently start to pull. Just be mindful if the knee starts to bend a little bit. If intensity rises too quickly. And then bend that knee. Place that right foot to the mat. Left knee comes in, hands to the shins, just below your knee. And then just point and flex your foot. Make sure that right knee's out of the way a little bit. Roll the ankle. Switch in directions. Pops and cracks, just fine as long as there's no pain involved. And then soften that foot. Bring your hands behind the leg and extend that left leg. Just a soft foot. And again, we're not pulling. We're just letting the weight of the arms be heavy. If that's too much even, you support the weight of the arms. Just bring them to the hands to the calf or the ankle, wherever you like, along the leg. If it feels good to you, start to add that flex of the foot. That's going to intensify things. And anytime you add an intensity, don't just jam right into it. You want to kind of go slow. So slowly pulling those toes back. If ever you're using strength of the arms, go slowly. Don't just yank on it. So just be kind to your body. Go slow and steady. If you like, start to pull that leg in a little bit. Again, be mindful of the intensity, making sure you're not going too hard, too quickly, and really checking in what's going on down the back of that left leg. Releasing the hands, bending that left knee. Once again, pull that right knee in. Let's extend those arms out to a T and let both knees fall to the right. Just a nice little back stretch. Right hand to the top of that left knee and turn and look out over your left shoulder. So hopefully we've already started to loosen up through that lower back and the neck. Really nice. We want this to be gentle. If ever you want to, you can stack a blanket underneath your knees or in between your knees. You can use blocks, a towel, whatever you need. Releasing that right hand, rolling it back through center, feeling those obliques kick in, and then slowly roll it to the left, releasing the weight of those legs. Left hand to the top of the right knee, and just gently look out over your right arm. I know that a lot of times, typically we do this at the end. This is just a really nice way to kind of get us started and to really get that mobility in the spine. Whenever you're doing anything heavy lifting, great way to just really be kind to your back. Releasing that left hand, slowly we roll it back to center, gazing back to center, hands behind your thighs, pull those knees in and rock yourself up. If rocking up isn't an option, go to the side and use those arms to help you come back up. Let's open up those feet about the width of the mat. Sit up nice and tall, rest your hands to your shins and slowly walk the hands forward as you lengthen the spine and hinge from the hips. And then let your head be heavy. Breathe. If you like, walk your hands forward between those feet and just as far forward as you're able. Lots of room for your tummy and chest to come through between those legs. Just be mindful of the hips, the lower back, the shoulders. And then slowly walk those hands back up, sitting up nice and tall. And let's sweep those legs around and come up onto all fours. Hands shoulder width apart, knees hip width forward, nice and strong, shoulders right over those wrists. And we're just going to sway the hips side to side. You can make this as big or as little as you like. Just that gentle sway, keeping your core strong so that your back's not arching. Just a few tail wags. Coming back to center, tuck your toes, lift your knees just an inch off of the mat. Stretching the toes, stretching the arches of the feet, waking up the shoulders, waking up your core, your quads. Breathe. A little shift of your weight forward. As those shoulders come forward, loading them a little bit more. If that's not right, stay where you are. You can also be down on your forearms, coming back to center. And again, shift your weight forward just a little bit. And back to center. Extend those legs, shift your weight back towards your heels. Head's heavy. And we alternate bending knees, walking it out. As you exhale, let both heels sink. Taking the gaze between your hands, walk your feet in to forward fold. Relaxing the weight of the upper body down. Let your head be heavy, soften your face. We'll shift your weight back into your heels. And then into your toes. Back into your heels. And again, your toes. Centering your weight, bringing the hands to the elbows, hold on and just gently sway side to side. Coming back to center, relax your arms. And slowly let's roll it up, one vertebra at a time. Standing up nice and tall with a big shoulder roll at the top. And shoulders slide down and away. Do that again, big shoulder roll. Take it up and back and let those shoulders slide down and away. Inhale, reach to the sky. Interlace your fingers, bring your hands behind your head. And as you exhale, lean to the right. As far as feels good to you, keeping the tummy and chest, the pelvis open to the side. Now reach that left elbow towards the sky and maybe look up along the inside of that left elbow. Inhale, we rise. And exhale, lean to the left. Lifting that right elbow towards the sky. Lean in as much as feels good to you. You're welcome to turn your gaze up along the inside of that right elbow. And inhale it back to center. As you exhale, release the weight of your head back into your hands. Let those elbows be heavy. Just letting your face look up towards the ceiling. Inhale it up nice and tall. And once again, close the elbows around the ears, chin to chest. Inhale, head up nice and tall. Open those elbows, extend the arms to the sky. Pull the hands to heart center, we sit to chair. Now our feet are still hip width apart. Our weight is shifted into our heels. Our knees are right over those toes. We're gonna do 3 pulses, up, down, up, down, up, down, and then rise. Arch it back, palms stay touching. So we're gonna do that 3 more times. Inhale it up tall and exhale, sink. Pull those hands to heart center, 3 pulses. Find your breath. And on that 4th one, we rise and exhale, arch it back. 2 more times. Inhaling it up. Weight shifts to the heels. We sit to our chair. We rise and we sink. Your pace. Your breath, 3 pulses, and on that 4th one, we rise. This time, open those arms to a nice wide V, gaze to the sky. Inhale it up tall, 1 more, just like that. Sink and rise, little pulses. Weight evenly distributed in those feet. Last one, we rise. Arch it back, open those arms to a nice wide V. And inhale, reach. Exhale, swan dive to forward folds. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, walk, step, or hop to high plank. Toes or knees, crocodile down, elbows straight back. Press it through up dog. And exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips to down dog. And again, we sway those hips in our down dog. Little tail wag. Can be as little or as big as you like. Just checking in what's going on with the body. Coming back to center. Shift your weight to your left foot. Right toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that right foot through. Back heel to the mat. Stand tall to warrior 1. Squaring the pelvis. Lifting the chest. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little. And exhale, sink. Again, inhale, straighten. And exhale, sink. Bring the palms to touch. Interlace your fingers all with the index finger and thumb. Inhale, reach. And exhale, begin to hinge it forward. Nice long line down the back of the body, gazing out in front of those right toes. Find your breath. Pull the hands to heart center. Shift your weight forward up onto the ball of the back foot. And as you're ready, up onto that right leg. Square the pelvis. Add a flex of that left foot and hinges deeply into your warrior 3 as you wish. Hands can remain at heart center as we're going to add some movement, or you're welcome to extend those arms out to a T or overhead. We bend that right knee, sink, and rise, and sink, and rise. One more time, sink, and rise, sink, and take a giant step back once again to your warrior 1. As you exhale, arch it back, open those arms to a nice wide V. Inhaling it up nice and tall, flow forward, hands on either side of your foot, lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend right leg to the sky. And gently release it down to down dog. Alternate bending your knees. Walk it out. Finding your breath. As you exhale, let both heels sink. We inhale it to high plank or high push-up position. Crocodile down. Press it through up dog. Optional push-up if you like. To down dog. And we shift our weight to our right foot. Left toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that left foot through. Back heel to the mat. We stand tall to warrior 1. Back leg long and strong, chest tall, arms overhead. And breathe. Inhale, straightening that front leg a little bit. Square the pelvis and sink. Bring the palms to touch. Interlace the fingers all with the index finger and thumb. Lengthen and reach and hinge it forward. Long diagonal line down the back of the body. Find your breath. Pulling those hands to heart center. Core strong, shift your weight forward up onto the ball of the back foot. And as you're ready, up onto that left leg, square the pelvis, add a flex of that right foot, and we hinge as deeply into warrior three as you wish. Breathe. Again, hands can be at heart center, out to a T, or extended overhead. You decide what's right for you. As you inhale, sink. As you exhale, press it back up. Inhale and sink, firing up those glutes and those hamstrings. And we rise. One more time, sink. And rise. This time, sink it and step it back. Arms come overhead once again, finding your warrior one. And as you exhale, arch it back. Open those arms to a nice wide V. Inhale it up tall. Flow forward, hands on either side of your foot. Lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend left leg to the sky. And gently release it down to down dog. We inhale it to high plank. Toes or knees, crocodile. Press it through up dog. Optional push-up if you like. To down dog. And just stay in your down dog for a moment, adding a little tip of the pelvis, reaching your sit bones high. Breathe. The end of your exhale, take the gaze between your hands and walk your feet in to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse one dive up. Exhale, left hand down, right arm high, lean in and reach. Take your gaze up to find the base of your thumb if that's okay on your neck. Inhale, both arms come up. And exhale, right arm down, left arm high, lean in and reach. Inhale, both arms come up. And exhale, let's take a giant step, opening out to the side. Turn your toes out to the outside corners of your mat. Rotate palms to the sky. Inhale, reach. And as you exhale, sink into goddess pose. Pull the hands to heart center, bend those knees, roll those knees back. Chest is tall. And breathe. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, sink. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, sink. Stay low. Breathe. Extend those arms out to a T. And as you exhale, roll that right shoulder in as you turn and look out over your left arm. Inhale it back to center. And exhale, roll that left shoulder in as you look out over that right arm. And back to center one more time, each direction. Roll that right shoulder in, look out over your left shoulder. If you need to straighten those legs, go for it. And as you exhale, roll that left shoulder in. And inhale it back to center. Inhale, reach to the sky, sunflowers, 4 of them. Exhale, grand plie, sweep those arms down. Reach it high, little tap at the fingertips, little squeeze at the bottom. And grand plie, your pace. Make it as big as you can. 2 more times. Breathe. Last one. Interlace those fingers, turn your palms up. And as you exhale, lean to the left. Look up along the inside of that right arm, if that's okay, in the neck. Stretching all the way down that right side. Inhale it up tall. And exhale, lean to the right. Pressing to that left palm, looking up along the inside of that left arm. Inhaling it up nice and tall. Pull those hands to heart center once again. Bend those knees. Sink low. Place the hands to the insides of the knees, and as you exhale, press that right knee out and away. Turn and look out over that left shoulder. Inhale it back to center. And exhale, press that left knee out and away. Turn and look out over that right shoulder. Inhaling it back to center. One more time each side. How you doing? Are you noticing anything different today? Inhale it back to center and exhale, press it away. Hopefully you're feeling super good. And inhale it back to center. Lift that chest, pull the hands to heart center and rise. Extend those arms out to a T. Shift those left toes towards the top of the mat, right toes towards the top corner of the mat, and bend that left knee. Sink low. Adjust your feet however you need to. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little. And exhale, sink. Again, inhale, straighten. And exhale, sink. Circle that right arm around behind your back, forearm along the small of the back. If you can find that left thigh, hold on to it. Front palm to the sky, reach forward as far as you can reach. And take it up and back. Reverse warrior. Lengthening and reaching through those left fingertips. Turn your gaze towards your back heel. A little tuck of your chin towards your collarbone. Inhale, straighten that left leg just a little. And then exhale, sink. Keeping that right arm tucked tight, inhale it back up. Left arm extends out. Back of the left arm along the inside of that left calf. We turn and look out over our right shoulder. Finding your breath. The variation of our bound angle. Releasing that right arm, circling it up and over for extended side angle. Lengthen and reach through those right fingertips. Left arm can stay along the inside of the leg if you like, or reach it back. Left palm to the inner thigh, that right leg. Reaching in opposition. And inhale it back up to warrior two. Straightening your front leg, back arm onto the back leg, front palm to the sky, sweep it up and back. Reverse triangle. Breathe. As you exhale, bend that left knee, sink low. And inhale it back up to warrior two. Windmill that right arm up and over. Placing that right hand to the inside of your foot. Adjust your feet if you need to. Rotate and reach. Left arm high. Find your breath. Back heel remains on the mat. Great little stretch in that left hip. Body position is going to remain the very same. We're just going to lift that back heel and then let those hips be a little bit heavier. Sinking into revolved crescent. Little strength move here, my friends. Core strong. Little push off with that right hand. Rise. Arms open out to a T. Breathe. Spread your fingers and lengthen. Reach. Inhale, turn it back to face front. Arms come overhead. Flow forward, both hands to the inside of your foot, bringing that back knee to the mat. Untuck your toes. Let those hips be heavy. Allow that left knee to roll open. Maybe turn and look out over that left shoulder. Inhale it back to center. One hand on either side of your foot and slowly begin to sit it back. Left toes lift, square the pelvis and draw your nose towards your knee. Inhale, transition your weight forward, bending that left knee. Tuck the back toes, lift that back knee. Walking the hands through center, allow those toes to shift, straighten both legs. Toes turn out to the outside corner of your mat and relax the weight of the upper body down. Using the support of those hands, heel toe your feet in once. Toes are still turned open and relax the weight of the upper body down. You can let those arms remain heavy. You're welcome to take a hold of your ankles and use the strength of the arms to pull the upper body towards the space between the legs, or bring those hands around behind your back. Interlace your fingers, rolling those shoulders up and back, lifting your hands towards the sky. So you can pick whatever feels the very best to you. Letting that head be heavy, give it a little shake. And then just relax it. A little shift of your weight into your toes for a deeper stretch. What's going on? We never want that intensity to build beyond an 8. Bringing the hands to the small of the back. Gently sliding those hands to the ankles. Releasing those hands just below the head. Again, supporting with the hands, heel to those feet back open. We lift halfway, supporting with our hands, centering that right hand out underneath us. Rotate and reach, left arm high. As we open the tummy and chest to the left, and we lengthen and reach through those left fingertips. Pelvis shifts, and we get this great stretch to the inner thigh. Circling that left arm around behind your back, forearm along the small of the back. If you can find that right thigh, hold on to it. As you exhale, begin to bend that left knee, only if you like. You do not have to. Little strength challenge here if you like. Right hand takes a hold of that left ankle, and we gently pull, rotating it open just a little bit more. Releasing that right hand, extending that left leg, extending that left arm, and release that left hand down. Left hand takes the place of the right. We rotate and reach. Right arm up. Allowing the pelvis to shift, feeling that great stretch to the inner thigh of that left leg. If you wish, circle that right arm around behind your back. If you can find that left thigh, hold on to it. Again, you don't have to. Listen to your body. If it feels right to you, start to bend that right knee, sinking low. You can come as low as you like, supporting with that left hand, or reaching left hand to the right ankle, holding on and rotating even deeper. So lots of strength, lots of flexibility, lots of mobility here. Listen to your body, be nice. Releasing that left hand, extending that right leg, right arm reaches back up, and release your hand down. To center, toes turned out to the outside corners of your mat. Just shift those hips, shift in the pelvis side to side, just a little bit, nothing crazy. Coming back to center. Options, if you are taking special care of your lower back today, bend your knees, place your hands just above your knees, and begin to roll it up. Back feels amazing, and you want to strengthen it. Extend those arms out to a T, lengthen through the crown of the head, and hinge it back up. All the way back up. Take a second. Breathe. Inhale, reach. 3 sunflowers, grand plie. And reach. Little tap at the top. Checking in. How you doing? Was that a good side? Are you looking forward to the next side? Or is this going to be the little more challenging side? Last one. Interlace your fingers, turn your palms to the sky, and as you exhale, lower those arms down to shoulder height. Breathe. As you exhale, press the palms forward, spine back, tuck your chin, hollowing out the tummy and chest, space between those shoulder blades. Inhale, lift those arms overhead, stand tall. Open the arms out to a T, shift your right toes towards the top of the mat, left toes towards the top corner of the mat, and bend that right knee, sink low. Warrior 2. Find your breath. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little. And exhale, sink. Again, inhale, straighten. And exhale, sink, stay low. Circling that left arm around behind your back, forearm along the small of the back. If you can find your thigh, hold on to it. Front palm to the sky, reach forward as far as you can reach, and take it up and back. Reverse warrior. Turning and taking your gaze towards your back heel. Little tuck of your chin towards your collarbone. Core strong, and just breathe. Inhale, straighten that front leg just a little bit. And then exhale, sink back into that lunge. Keeping that left arm tucked tightly behind, right arm extends back out to warrior 2. Back of that right arm along the inside of that right leg, rotating and taking your gaze up over that left shoulder. Breathe. Anytime, you're welcome to close your eyes. Releasing that left hand, circling it up and over. For extended side angle, that inside, you can keep that right arm to the inside of the leg, or sweep that right palm back to the left inner thigh and reach, lengthen, and extend. And rise all the way back up to warrior two. Straightening your front leg, back arm onto the back leg, front palm to the sky, sweep it up and back. Reverse triangle. Lengthening and reaching through those right fingertips. Strong through the belly. As you exhale, bend that right knee, sink low. Reverse warrior. And inhale it back up to warrior two. Windmilling that left arm up and over. Placing that left hand to the inside of your foot. Adjust your feet if you need to. Back heel remains on the mat. We rotate and reach. Right arm high. Breathe. A revolve warrior. Body position is going to remain the same. We lift that left heel and sink. Let those hips be heavy. Revolve crescent. Little strength move here. Core strong. Body position remains the same. We just push off and rise. Arms open out to a T. Spread your fingers and reach. Breathe. Inhale, turn back to face front. Arms overhead. Exhale, flow forward, both hands to the inside of your foot. And let's bring that back knee to the mat. Untuck the toes and allow that right knee to roll open. If it feels good to you, turn and look out over that right shoulder. Breathe as that right knee falls open. Just a really good stretch in that outer hip, inner thigh. As we add that rotation and look out over that right shoulder, deepening that stretch down the front of the left leg. Inhaling it back to center. One hand on either side of your foot and slowly begin to sit it. Squaring the pelvis, lengthening that right leg, flexing that right foot. Huge stretch down the back of that right leg. The more you work to center your pelvis, to center the upper body onto that leg, to square the pelvis, I should say, and to center your upper body onto that right leg, the more you're going to feel this. Inhale, transitioning your weight forward. Bending that right knee. Tuck the back toes. Lift that back knee. Walk both hands to the inside. And again, we turn back through the center. Let's heel toe those feet in. And then toe your feet in. So we're in a little bit of a pigeon toed stance. And relax the weight of the upper body down. Hands taking a hold at the ankles. Using the strength of the arms, we pull that upper body towards the space between the legs. Little shift of your weight forward into your toes. Noticing that stretch to the outer ankles, to the outer hips. And as you use the strength of the arms, that beautiful stretch, that space in the upper back. Releasing your hands, centering your weight. Heel those feet in. So now our toes are turned open, but we're in a fairly narrower stance, just a little bit wider than the width of your hips. Core strong, shift your weight to your heels, and let's begin to bend those knees, lowering down into frog pose. And we're just going to sway our weight side to side in our frog pose, supporting with those hands. Coming back to center, take a big breath in. And exhale, extend those legs, let your head be heavy. Again, bend the knees, lower down to frog. And exhale, extend. One more time. Inhale, bend, lifting that back nice and flat to frog. And then exhale, extend. Let that head be heavy. And ever so slowly, ragdoll your way up. Roll those shoulders up and back. And let those shoulders slide down away. And just give yourself a second. That was kind of a long time to be upside down. And then just gently sway side to side. Let those arms just sway. Allow those feet to move freely. And just let your body move wherever it feels good to. So great release. Hips, shoulders, neck, lower back. Coming back to center when you're ready. Turn and let's step to the top of the mat to mountain. Inhale, reach. And exhale, swan back to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, walk, step, or hop to high plank. Toes or knees, crocodile down. Press it through up dog. And exhale to down dog. Find your breath, take a couple. The end of your exhale, take the gaze between your hands and walk your feet in to forward fold. Find your breath. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. And exhale, pull the hands to heart center. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, walk, step, or hop to high plank. Toes or knees, crocodile. Press it through up dog. And exhale to down dog. Take a good couple breaths here. End of your next exhale, take the gaze between your hands, walk the feet in to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. And pull the hands to heart center. Shift your weight to your heels and begin to bend your knees. Sinking, lowering down. Now at some point your heels might want to lift. That's okay. I invite you to keep those heels down for as long as you possibly can. And breathe. Releasing your hands safely, coming down onto your bottom, extending the legs out long. Sit up nice and tall and adjust however you need to. We're going to pull that right foot in along the inside of that left leg. We cross that right arm to the inside of the right leg. Left arm circles out, up and around, placing the hand behind you. And we really press the back of that right arm along the inside of the knee as we work to open. Opening out to the side. Now we don't have a ton of weight on that back hand. It's just there for support to keep us from falling back. But really focus on that weight sitting up nice and tall. That oppositional press of your inner thigh, using those adductor muscles to press that right knee in as your right arm is pushing against it. Now circle that left arm up and over. Now we release and place that right hand behind us. Left elbow to the top of the right knee. Feels a little different with that foot to the inside of the leg. And turn and take your gaze out over that back shoulder. You're leaning into that right hand a little bit more. Breathe. And release. Turn back to face front. Cross that right ankle up and over the left knee. Sit up nice and tall. If that's too much pressure for your knee, you can just bring your foot to the inside of your thigh. Otherwise, cross it and sit up nice and tall. We bring the hands behind us and pull that left knee in. So cross that foot if you haven't already, and it does not matter which direction your hands are facing. And we're going to just walk the feet in as close as we can and really find that length in your neck. So we have a tendency to kind of sit back into it. I want you to lengthen and draw that chest towards your legs as you press that right knee out and away. Beautiful little figure four stretch here, stretching that right hip. Now you can choose to stay right here or back that left foot off a little bit, wrap the crook of the right elbow around the knee, crook of the left elbow around the foot, and just draw your leg in like you're holding a little baby. You can rock it, you can move it, you can stay still. So just kind of working with your body to see what feels good to you. And then you can come back to center and you can even lean back a little bit if you'd like, activating the core muscles. If you're like, I just want to focus on that hip stretch, stay up taller, don't move, don't lean back, just feel that good stretch for that hip. If you want to activate the core a little bit more, you can lift that left leg. Maybe flex your foot. Maybe extend that left leg. So there's a lot of things we can do to kind of have fun here and challenge ourselves, but really listen to your body. Maybe lift that left leg. Oh, feel all the different core muscles that come into play there. Quadriceps, hip flexors, Did you lose that stretch in that right hip, or have you just added all of this yummy stuff together? Bend that left knee, set it down, release, and slide that left leg out. Extend both legs long, reach to the sky. Exhale, hinge it forward, tummy down, chest down, hands, and then relax the weight of your head. Holding that forward fold for just a moment. Inhale, reach it out, sit up nice and tall, and release your hands down by your sides. And let's bend that left knee, pulling your left foot right along the inside of your thigh. Breathe, extending left arm along the inside of the knee. So you're gonna feel a little pressure going against that knee. Keep that knee pulling in, don't let it flare out. Right arm extends, circles up and around, and again, we're gonna place that right hand behind us, using it to prop us up, not to lean back onto. And then we're gonna press that left arm into the left knee as we turn and look out over that back shoulder. So a little action going on here. Shakiness, it's okay to feel it. Your body's working and trying to figure out how to get all of these things to happen. To take care of you and to do what you're asking. It's pretty cool. Pretty amazing that our body allows us to do all of these different things. And again, not a ton of weight on that back hand unless you need it. We circle that right arm back, up and over. And we release that left hand, placing the right elbow to the top of the knee. Left hand behind us, sitting up as tall as you can. And again, more weight on that left hand this time as we turn and look out over that back shoulder. So where do you feel things? Where does it feel the best? What's the most challenging? Making sure there's no pain involved anywhere. And then slowly release that rotation. We cross that left ankle up and over the right leg, just above the knee. And again, you can have the foot to the inside of the thigh if that feels better, and a gentle press of that left knee down and away. You can stay like this, sitting up nice and tall. If you want a deeper stretch in the hip, bring your hands behind you. Pull that right knee in as close as feels good to you. Again, we want to make sure that we have a neck, right? So that we haven't sunk into those shoulders. We're sitting up nice and tall, that there's no pain involved. Making sure that the ankle, that left ankle, is just to the outside of that right knee. It's not sickling that left ankle. So you can stay right here. Or you can back that foot off enough to wrap the crook of the elbow around the foot and the crook of the elbow around the knee. And then we pull that calf and shin in like you just hold in a little baby. Sitting up nice and tall, making sure you're not hollowing the tummy and chest and really rounding through that upper and middle back. Sitting up tall. Left hip. Saying thank you. Make sure your knee is saying thank you too. So we can have a little fun with this. You don't have to. You can stay up just where you were. You can lean back, add it in that core. Just make sure you still keep that nice stretch for your hip. If you like, you can lift your foot. I love it. You kind of feel this quivering of the muscles in your abdomen, all of them trying to figure out what to do. If you like, flex your foot and extend that leg. Now, all of a sudden, that right quadricep has kicked in. That hip flexor is working hard. You can lift it. Oh, my goodness. Breathe. You don't have to. Guys, this is supposed to be kind of a fun little challenge. I know sometimes my idea of a fun little challenge is a little twisted. Might not be quite so fun for some. Bend that right knee. Slowly come forward. Release that left foot. And slide it on out. Extend both legs. Staff pose. Sitting up nice and tall, reach it up. One more forward fold. Just because the hamstrings and the lower back need it, want it, love it. And relax the weight of your head. Find your breath. So what if you don't love forward folds? What if forward folds are like just the worst thing you can think of doing? Try sliding a pillow or a blanket or a rolled up towel underneath your knees and bending those knees, allowing you to just surrender forward. That can really make all the difference in the world if this is something that you just really don't enjoy. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. Soften your feet, lower your arms, and as slowly as you can, roll it back. One vertebra at a time coming down. And relax. Arms open out to a T. Let's bring one foot in towards your bottom and then the other. And we're going to heel toe those feet open to about the width of your mat or a little bit beyond. Now bring your hands to your hips and we're going to draw that right knee, the inside of the right knee towards the floor. That internal rotation in through the hip joint, making sure that that right hip doesn't lift too much. Just using the strength of the leg to draw the inside of that knee towards the mat. Promoting hip mobility, releasing in that lower back, making sure your knee is in agreement here. And then gently release. And now we draw that left knee in. So if you need to move that left foot out and away a little bit, you're welcome to do so. You can always adjust where your feet are. Doing your best to keep the pelvis as level as you can. And just use the strength of the inner thigh, the strength through the hip to draw that inside of the knee down. Hopefully this should feel super, super, super good. And gently release. Heel toe those feet in just once. Arms open out to a T and just rock your knees side to side. So we want to have plenty of room to allow those knees to open and close. So your feet are about the width of your mat or even a little bit beyond, and you're just going to sway them side to side. And come back to center. Heel toe those feet in. Deliberate. Feet are hip width apart. Drawing your right knee in towards your chest, and then the left. Hands to the shins, just below the knees. Pull the knees in nice and tight. Lift your upper body if that feels okay. If you're taking care of your neck today, leave that upper body down. Just that little pressure massage in that middle back. You can rock side to side. If that doesn't feel good to you, just stay still. Coming back to center, releasing the weight of the upper body down. Extend that left leg high, point your toes, and slowly lower the leg down. Allow it to come to rest. Right arm extends out to a T, left hand to the outside of the right knee, and gently pull your leg across your body. We turn and take our gaze out over that right arm. Close your eyes. Here we just check in. Grateful for the ability to be here, to move in the ways that we can move. Recognizing that it's pretty awesome, even if we get 10% of class in. We got in a lot more than that. But even 10%, you guys can change your life. Just adding a little bit each and every time you come back to your mats. I hope it felt super good, challenging, but in a good way. Roll it back to center. Extend that right leg to the sky. Point your toes, lengthen your leg, little external rotation through your hip, and slowly lower your leg down. And allow it to come to rest. Left knee pulls in, left arm extends out to a T. Right hand outside of that left knee and gently pull it across. Keeping both shoulders against the mat. Turn and take your gaze out over that left arm. Find your breath. I hope your day is full of good things, good energy, good thoughts. Releasing that right hand, rolling it back to center. Extending left leg to the sky, point your toes, lengthen your leg, little external rotation through that hip, and slowly lower your leg down. And allow it to come to rest. You take a moment adjusting. If you want a blanket, a pillow, anything you need to just make yourself as comfy and as cozy as possible. As we transition into Shavasana. A time we give ourselves to breathe, to simply be, and to assimilate all of the hard work we have put in through all of our asanas, the physical work we have done. Now we allow ourselves to be still, for our energy to move freely. We find a sense of peace and the stillness. Feeling the energy move from the crown of the head to the tips of the fingers, down to the tips of the toes. This energy, positive, full of love, full of strength, full of healing energy. Where do you need to heal today? Is it physical, mental, or emotional? Where you could use a little healing. Use that breath however you need. Draw in that energy as much as you need. If you happen to have a little excess positive energy, send it back out into the universe. A lightness, a warmth washing over our being. We remain here quiet and calm. We allow that breath to just flow. As we remain here quiet and calm, I offer you these few words. If they resonate, hold on to them. If not, let them float on by. All changes are hard at first, messy in the middle, and gorgeous at the end. Again, all changes are hard at first, messy in the middle, and gorgeous at the end. Once more. All changes are hard at first, messy in the middle, and gorgeous at the end. As you breathe in and out through the nose, mind quiet, heart open. Think about the changes that maybe we'd like to make. Recognizing the gift of change, the gift of adapting, being capable and strong. You have all of those things. We wiggle our fingers, our toes. We breathe just a little bit deeper, taking the time you need However you wish, we come back up to a seated position. Sitting up tall, resting the hands comfortably. Just taking a few more good deep breaths.
Gently open your eyes. Take a big breath in, reach to the sky. And exhale, pull the hands to heart center. And just a huge thank you for joining me today. Be well, take care of yourself, and just enjoy your day. I always look forward to the next time. And until then, namaste.